What is up guys, it's Solem here, back with another Wrath of the Lich King Classic video. So we have something that we have to talk about. There's been something happening. There's a news for Wrath of the Lich King Classic that could also indicate a certain release date, or a release date window at least. We also have the leak that I talked about a couple of days ago now, that also leaked a potential release date. The Joyous Journey experience buff is now live on Eastern North American realms, and by the time I'm uploading this it could be live on Western realms as well, and maybe even European realms, but I'm assuming European realms will be tomorrow or sometime after the reset. But well, the experience buff is live. You can now go and level up characters. We'll take a look at the entire blue post. I'll talk about a potential release window and when the pre-patch might be coming out, so let's dive into it. Okay, let's check out the Joyous Journeys experience buff, which is now live on Eastern North American realm. The Joyous Journeys experience buff is now live for Eastern North American realms, likely hitting Western North American realms at 10 AM realm time, and by the time this video goes up, I guess we'll know for sure if it has actually hit the Western realms, and also we might know if it's happened for Europe as well, but I'm guessing once again tomorrow for Europe. It was reported yesterday that it went live on Oceanic realms, so this is happening. And that gives us a somewhat time frame for the release of the pre-patch at least, and also even the release of Wrath Classic. So when the announcement for Joyous Journeys buff on June 21st was shared, Blizzard explained that they expected the buff to last for 6 to 8 weeks, leading all the way up to the release of Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Below is an excerpt from that announcement, so we haven't locked down the specific time frame for when this buff will activate, but we do expect it to last for at least 6 to 8 weeks, beginning a few weeks before the 3.4.0 pre-patch, and persisting right up until the day that Wrath of the Lich King Classic launches. It was also potentially leaked that the release date for Wrath Classic might be September 26th, which is roughly 9 weeks from today, and in that same blue post it also was stated that the Joyous Journeys buff would be active a few weeks before the pre-patch. In addition, Blizzard also made an announcement that realm consolidations would take place on August 9th, which would line up with the few weeks comment. Lastly, such a drastic change to realm populations and communities wouldn't really make much of a sense a single week before or after the pre-patch, so it might be a safe assumption that this would happen alongside the actual pre-patch, and whenever the pre-patch does happen, players are also looking forward to a fresh Wrath Classic realm, or realms plural, to launch alongside the pre-patch. The current timeline of events is that the Joyous Journeys buff was activated, well, yesterday for Oceanic realms, and it's activating right now. The realm consolidations will happen on August 9th, which might also be a possible pre-patch date, and there's a possible launch for Wrath Classic on September 26th. Now let's talk about the obvious and maybe even the most important thing first, the leak, which was September 26th. Now the reason why this is a potential release date for Wrath Classic is that this was actually on the official website for Wrath Classic for like 2 or 3 minutes, where it stated that the Lich King would return on September 26th, 2022. They took this down very quickly, and the question is, like, did they take it down because it was not intended to be there, or did they push it by mistake and they can't launch it by that time? We don't really know for sure until they tell us, and here's the thing, I don't think anything is rushed. I know a lot of people think this is rushed. I just don't think it's been communicated enough. Like, everything is moving at an okay pace if you ask me. It's just a communication. Give us like the exact launch for the pre-patch right now, because you're pushing the experience buff, so give us a kind of time window for when what is happening. That would be perfect. Communication needs to be better. We need a launch date very, very soon. I'm really hoping it's happening today or tomorrow. I really just want a confirmation on when it's happening, both for the pre-patch and the launch itself. But yeah, the reason why September 26th is a possible release date is because, well, they leaked it on the website. Now let's talk about the pre-patch real quick as well. So the Joyous Journeys buff is happening right now, and they said this would happen a couple of weeks or like a few weeks before the pre-patch took place. And if this is rolling out right now and the pre-patch is happening on August 9th, that would give us 2 weeks of the buff before the pre-patch comes out. Now personally, if we're looking at a September 26th release date, I don't think the pre-patch will come on August 9th. I would assume the realm consolidations might roll out as planned, or they get pushed out by 1 week, so I'm assuming the pre-patch will come out on August 16th. That would be my guess at least, so August 16th for the pre-patch. That gives us 3 weeks of the buff itself before the pre-patch comes out, and if we're looking at August 16th, that also gives us 6 weeks of the pre-patch before Wrath comes out, once again, if it comes out on September 26th, and I know they said originally they were looking at a 4-week pre-patch, but when they said that, they hadn't told us about the fresh servers. I do think a lot of people are looking for more time if they're planning to level up on those fresh servers, and getting 6 weeks of the pre-patch, I don't think that is bad in any kind of way, because well, it gives us more content. Not everyone is raiding Sunwell right now, so just giving us a pre-patch gives the regular casual player more content as well, and people are just looking to test out the class changes while leveling up. So giving us a pre-patch as soon as possible while this experience buff is happening is definitely a good thing, and personally I do think they will go back on their word on this, so it won't be a 4-week pre-patch. I'm thinking a 6-week pre-patch. So here's my timeline. Well, the buff is happening right now. August 9th we're getting realm consolidations, August 16th we're getting the pre-patch, September 26th we're getting Wrath. One thing is for sure though, if you're not planning to play on the fresh servers and you're planning to play on one of the realms that are currently up, this Joyous Journeys event is a great time to level up alts, or you're maybe even a new main for you as well. If you're planning to switch classes that you're going to main in Wrath of the Lich King, this is the perfect time to level that up, unless you're planning to use the level 70 boost on that character. But having this experience buff is a great time to level up your alts, so just knowing this is active and it will stay active until Wrath comes out is definitely a good thing. And even if you're just planning to level up professional alts as well, like let's say you're planning to make gold and you want an alchemist transmute alt, now is the greatest time to level that one up. I do have a couple of level 60s myself that I'm definitely planning to use or take advantage of this event by leveling up all the way to level 70, and also using those alts to make gold in Wrath itself. I'm planning to skill up cooking and also have alchemy, maybe even jewel crafting just for those dailies, because well, the cooking dailies and jewel crafting dailies in Wrath are insane for gold making, so I'm planning to level those up with this event. But yeah, that is pretty much it for today guys. I just wanted to talk about the event, let you know that it's happening, and also give you my potential timeline for when I think things are happening. Let me know your timeline down below in the comments. When do you think the pre-patch is coming out, and when do you think Wrath Classic is coming out? That is pretty much it though. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and smash a sub for more Wrath content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.